Okay, YouTubers, let's read some comments. This video is blowing up here on the channel. This is actually a big deal because I covered it, and then I did a follow-up video for it, kind of explaining why or what I said in this video. So if you haven't seen any one of these videos, go to my channel and click videos, and then you will see them, 1 and 2. So this is the first video. Let's read some comments on here. It's got how many comments? 66 comments, and they're all really good comments. So this is about what's happening with warning of collapse in BC condo market. Now, this is kind of important to everybody out there because if you are in this market, you need to everybody's in this market regardless if they're renting or couch surfing or they're homeless. Because this housing market has affected people from getting married, laying roots, having kids, taking specific jobs because they can't afford the rent in the city. So this has affected everybody. Okay, we sold out to the highest bidders. We have $200 billion laundered money in Canada. I think it's $68 billion via casinos in Australia. There's lots going on, okay? And $22 billion in New Zealand. So there's a lot of, and then the UK, if London stopped, but that article I brought up for you guys, if London stops laundering money, the world would be in a financial collapse. So look it up. If London stops laundering money, the world would be in chaos. Look it up. The article's up for you to read. Not my article, somebody else's article, right? So, anyways, here it is, guys. These are the comments. Now, this is kind of important. So, we got a lot of good feedback on this video. This starting off with the McChronicle, which is pinned to the top. Condos will crash, yes, but can't forget the macro factors that will cause it. Rising unemployment will destroy any ability for first-time buyers to get into the market. So, guys, we discussed on the channel many times, first-time buyers, it's a bloodbath. They can't get in. They need the fresh meat in the market. They need the new money in the market, and they just can't physically get in. That's why a lot of countries in the Commonwealth are setting up first-time home buyer loans. If you can't buy for the first time, then you shouldn't be getting into the market. But the government needs to kind of rally the housing again and keep it going, right? Condos bought pre-sale 3-4 years ago that will or are coming onto the market are already underwater. Rental market collapsing already, driving people to rent, not to buy. Based on current cap rates, the right option, of course. And foreclosures, power of sales picking up, which will increase supply. Right there. By the McChronicle. Check out his channel if you get a chance. Douglas says, honestly, why would anyone want to live in any of those cities that are no longer Canadian in any way? Then Lobster Boy said, yep, you summed it up. I would move to Nashville in 1 minute if I could get a visa. I lived in Miami as a kid, awesome place, but getting residency is difficult there even if you're a good guy who makes their own money. Vancouver is a scam capital of North America, and it will never shake that identity, especially after the drug dealing and money laundering. And then, boom, bubble, bust, repeat. I love the Mike Martins. Woo! Housing bubble. Woo! Buying at the top feels good. Woo! Cash advance on my credit cards to buy a Tesla stock top yesterday. Feels good. Woo! Time for some avocado toast. Woo! Damn slacker. Most people are house broke. Haha. I certainly hope they are. Why should dogs have all the fun? Then Serenity Now says, anyone paying $800,000 for a condo really needs a gut check. And then Tega says Bill 23 2019 says Landowner Transparency Act. That's the Bill 23 we covered here on the channel last year actually. The intentions of the act is to create registry and increase the transparency of land ownership in BC by eliminating the ability to hide or veil ownership of land through vehicles, structures such as trusts, shell corporations, obligation to disclose. The obligation to disclose the individual ownership connected to land would arise in 3 situations: on the application to register, an interest in land, i.e. a transfer or a registration filed at the land title office. Anytime there is change of owner, including change of beneficial owner, which can mean an unregistered owner, or where the transfer does not result in the change of legal title to the land. And now the act has become law. All personal holdings and interest in land for someone else, such as a trustee holding an interest for trust or a general partner holding 4 partners will have a period of time to voluntarily offer the information. Oh, then they're going to go after it, eh? Douglas P. says, if it wasn't the conservatives who brought us free trade and then turned us into the biggest money laundering hole on the planet, our market would have corrected itself in 2012. Honestly, I feel the longer I wait, the higher prices keep going up. I've had enough of this. I think it's time to get into something. Steve B says, just wait. EAU blocks the big TAK mine in Alberta, basically killing the future investment, combined with dropping dollar because of the price of oil tanking, and you've got some stiff headwinds for Canada. If real estate dumps for a lack of foreign sweatshop profit investments, and it could be a perfect storm. All right, let's move down to this one. Watching Mike Martin's with my girlfriend. Mike, this was damn funny show today. That's not a condo. And then Real Truth says, very strange are these. 2 days ago, the markets were making new highs and more than half the stocks I watch were down. I'm short 7 and long 2 stocks. The game is ending, says Real Truth. Then R. Dubay says, you're right, Mike. They are apartments, but condo sounds sexier. Then this one here by Objective Reality makes perfect sense. The value of an insured accepts in an accept-driven economy relies on insurance companies being able to make investments, interest, profit on the deposits and payments. So when no interest is raised from the money, the insurance companies can't operate. It's simple to explain. The debt levels have passed saturation levels. So there's a lot of comments on this, lots of good ones. Mike, there has been no notice of price declines online. What I mean was reductions are not being advertised. They're never going to tell you guys, ever, because housing is so heavily tied to our economy and GDP that it's one of our driving factors of our economy is basically housing, not exports, not production, not and service industry. But if the service industry and there's no more middle class because everyone's house broke, there's no more disposable income. What happens? Then you start seeing the service industry start to falter, right? Okay, Mike, there has been no notice. Yeah, I read that one. I Got Fat said, I have about $40,000 for a down payment, but I need another 4 more months to pay off my car, which is my last debt. I figure it doesn't hurt to wait another 6 months before jumping into the market. Take your time, especially pay that car down so your total debt service ratio will shrink. So when they calculate your total debt service ratio, they'll notice that there's no car payment there. So you'll have like nice and clear, and then you have a full TDS that you could calculate without the car being a distraction. Condo owners looking for bailouts. Woo! The government, and then GC says the government will intervene as you discuss. Force the insurance brokers to cover these astronomically overpriced assets, and it will be happy. Until the big claim comes in, look at what happened in Australia last year with the fires. Can you imagine the insurance rates in that country now? Canada needs a wake-up call. The crash is coming. People be like $800K a 1-bedroom condo without a suite, laundry, and without a dishwasher. Yeah! And then right here, are the Canadian condos the first domino to fall in this market? I would not be surprised the insurance companies will eventually insure the condos due to some arm twisting and bribe from the government. Condos are always first to go because they're the most vulnerable, because everyone, fear of FOMO, ends up jumping into buying a 2-bedroom condo for $800,000. And that same condo in West Palm Beach is $77,000. So that's the problem we're having here. So anyways, guys, there's a lot of comments on there. Let me know what you guys think tonight. Mike in the Night, don't forget to join us 9 p.m. Pacific time. If you're watching this now, if you're watching this in the future, it's always 9 p.m. Saturday nights Pacific time for Mike in the Night. Thanks for watching.